I think it's awesome he's been being recognized. This is not the first year he's had an All-American performance. This is also, though, the first year that they've recognized long snappers, and I think it's a really cool deal. Luke's been really good for us for a long time. I think you can ask Torrey, ask the guys he's worked, ask Caleb Shudak, the guys, and Drew Stevens, the guys he's worked with. I think they'll all tell you that.
I mean, it's just the consistency seems to be there. I mean, and thinking back to even the Iowa State game in 2021, what did you see in him to put him in that game, and just to think about how he's done it now for 4 straight years?
Yeah, I think you go back to that game 2021 for a kid to be thrown into that situation in a hostile environment, in a rivalry game. I think it speaks volumes about him. But what we saw in him is that he's very calm, very relaxed, didn't get rattled by very much, and his product was very good. He was very accurate with his snaps, and just a good player.
Wetjen says he's 98% sure he's coming back. Your thoughts?
Is there a question in that?
Thoughts?
I'm excited for Wetjen. I think there's more for him to prove. I think there's more for him to improve upon as well, and I'm excited to have him back.
Are you 100% sure he's coming back? Or 98?
I mean, you got to ask him. That's not specific. He tells me yes. Sometimes he asks me, "Is he coming back?" I was like, "Hey, man, this is your decision, not mine. I'd love to have him back."
How have you seen him kind of embrace the returning opportunities that he's gotten?
Yeah, I think he's really improved a bunch. You go back to a year ago, he probably told you a couple stories where I ripped him pretty good his first year here, and then again his second year, and then finally he's starting to come around and has really proven to be a really good player, a really good asset for our team, and it's just fun to watch.
Who's your backup place kicker in this game?
Backup place kicker. Were you at practice?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't know if that was real.
You saw practice. So that's
Does it trouble you? Does it worry you?
No, neither guy worries me. I think they both. You saw him make kicks, correct?
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
How do you approach kind of kicking recruiting in terms of high school versus portal, when just in general? I know you can't get into specifics.
Yeah, I think in general terms, this program is built on high school players, and I think that's that's Coach Ferentz' preference. I think that's why we all come here. It's why we all stay here and coach. It's what we love, that process of developing young men into good football players. Sometimes you got to look in the portal. Sometimes if the guy in high school is better. I think we're all just trying to find the best player for this football team. So whatever that ends up being, that's the route we'll go.
With the 105, is it going to be harder to get a long snapper in here, a second kicker, a second punter? Does that make it harder, do you feel like?
I think any of that could be hard if you make it that way. I think we've done a pretty good job of understanding who our guys are, what their strengths are, and keep going that way. So I don't know if I see it necessarily as a challenge. It may be an equalizer across all of college football.
Yeah.
Does it trouble you though? You've had some guys just on regular special teams who are, walk-ons that developed in the program, and now they might not be able to be in the program.
Yeah, that's a hard part, especially in the state that we're in Iowa, where a lot of guys grow up wanting to be Hawkeyes and wanting opportunities. They get those opportunities, they take it and run with it and prove themselves on special teams and work on offense, defense. So some of those stories, you may not see quite as much, but I still think the program is going to be the program. It's going to be run the way it's run, the way Coach Ferentz wants it. And I think we'll keep just battling and keep trying to find the best guys to do the job.
Within the special teams units, kind of any younger guys who really stood out to you during this bowl?
I think Brevin Dahl's one, and Rashad Godfrey. Those are two guys that are freshmen that I think have taken a step forward here.
What have they done that has really impressed you?
When you give them an opportunity, that you can tell they've been paying attention throughout the whole year. They all get taught everything in training camp and spring football. They weren't here for spring, but for training camp, they all get taught. And then you see them some figure it out, some figure it out a little bit slower, some figure it out, and then keep building on it. I think we've seen that both guys.
Our Cohen on the sideline today for practice. I know he's been a big part of special teams. Are you expecting him to be good to go for the game?
I have no idea. I don't know who's practicing. I just coach the guys that are out there right now.
All right, thanks, LeVar.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, LeVar. Appreciate it.